This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I don't think this comes as any surprise, and it's just the reality of life, and it's actually just the result of nature and the way this beautiful world works. A study has come out, and I don't think it needed a study, but they've said if you ever suspected your partner loving your children more than they love you, you're probably right. Scientists looked at the brain activity when experiencing feelings of affection towards your children and obviously towards you as a partner. And the activity that was noted was the level of affection was a lot higher for the children than it was for you.
Well, see, this is... Do you know what? We're at the stage now. So we've got... Lenny's just about to become a teenager, but you focus so much on your children that you do let the little things in your relationship go.
Oh, these little things.
And you don't spend as much time with each other. We're only talking about this the other day, Whip, that we were saying that people that grow apart. And I always think to myself, that's the person that you've fallen in love with. Aren't you always in love with that person?
I think you are, but when you talk about growing apart, I think the other thing that happens is people grow into different people. So that the person that you fell in love with might be a different person today, and you might be a different person also.
Don't you have to give them a chance to go back to that though?
But you might be in love with the new them.
So I've got nearly 2 teenage boys, and our whole lives focus around them.
Yep.
Sport, school, everything else. That you are letting things. I suppose that's my fault, isn't it? I've got to spend more time.
It would be nice
focusing
if you made the
on
effort.
my wife.
Yep. Because she wants to love you, and you need to let her in. But I mean, she's got op shops. She loves them.
Well, this is.
So does she have time for you? Is the question.
So do you think we're growing apart?
Well, I didn't want to say it. If she could buy you in an op shop, she might love you again.
Oh, if I was cheap, she probably would.
It makes sense naturally, though, if you think we're just animals, right? We're all made of the same thing. We're naturally meant to be the closest to our kids, aren't we?
Yep.
Because we're meant to, from a caring, from a parental role, from a teaching role, they're all the parts of what makes up parenting, and you need to be number one for that kid. Because a kid growing up, I mean, they talk about you needing a village to raise a child, which you do, because you need so much influence and help because it's such a wild ride. So if you weren't focused on your kid, then there'd be a bit of an issue.
I mean, you were just talking about a relationship that had been together for 20 years and then all of a sudden they've just grown apart. Like, that just makes me sad to know that, you know what, as you get older, you mature, things do change. You probably don't focus on things just as much, but then all of a sudden you lose that love.
I said to Lisa the other day, or last night actually, because
we've grown apart,
sleep in separate beds, and I wandered in my underpants.
Yuck.
Not had a bit...
You're now sleeping in different houses, which is weird as well.
Wandered in my underpants, and I thought she may have seen that as an opportunity to jump my bones. She chose her
big bones.
I wandered in and I said to her, honey, I understand why maybe you don't want to make out with me. Have a look at me. I was having a down day yesterday. I said, I'm a mess. Have a look at this.
Have you just taken your hair medication as well?
You know what? I saw Larry posted yesterday. Larry posted a photo of when he was 50. And now he's turning 60, and he's going to get that body back as well, and he did it for his wife.
I remember when Larry was on the men's health. Is that 10 years ago?
Yeah. And now Larry's turning 60, and Larry's going to sharpen up the rig again. And I said to Lisa last night, I'm going to be your Larry Emder.
Oh, that is not entertainment for your wife.
You're not a gold Logie winner, mate. You got a cheap radio award at best. You're not a gold
She
Logie.
was looking at it going, that is not a Logie. That's more of a keyring.
Fitz and Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.